Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I am Kelly with Collage-Lab. If we haven't met before, it's really a pleasure to see you today. This is the fifth year that Collage-Lab has hosted an international call for art for World Collage Day and then selected and published a beautiful book full of collages. And every year I'm like, oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Um, it's like kids. Every class I teach is my favorite. Every project we do is my favorite. Every book I publish is my favorite. So sorry about that, but it's my favorite so far. Uh, and and I was just sharing with the group, technical difficulties. I went to get the link for the book off Amazon and, you know, I am I am perpetually logged into Amazon on all of my devices. But for some reason this computer wasn't logged in, so I had to do the get the special code and all of that, and I'm like, hey, I got to get this link. I got to get going. So, technical difficulties. And this book, a little bit was me getting it kind of done a little late, but it got stuck in processing. I published these books through Amazon KDP and it got stuck in processing. And there's, Amazon, there's no way to talk to a real human being. You just wait and wait and wait. And lo and behold, poof, this morning it got published without any errors, without any problems, uh, which means that you, at the end of the Zoom, will get a link and you can go purchase the book on Amazon if you'd like to. But it means I don't have the physical copy of the book in my hands yet. They're quick, but they're not that quick. But I am still going to share with you the entire interior of the book, all of the beautiful collages. And then it has become the tradition for our World Collage Day publication that this is also our cover reveal. So nobody knows what the book looks like except me and my boyfriend, because I keep, pointing at the computer screen going, what do you think of this? What do you think of that one? So Jim and I are the only ones that know what this book looks like at the moment, but you will get a look at the cover, and the cover artist was selected among the 26 artists in the book. um Sometimes it's just a gut feeling. Sometimes it's just, oh, that's a good image, because when you're looking on Amazon, the little thumbnails of the book covers are really small, so you want a strong image or a colorful image, something to get people's attention, because my goal is, number one, to give everyone in our audience an opportunity to have their artwork published. But my secondary goal, and it's one of the goals of World Collage Day, which Collage Magazine started, is to expose the world to the magic we are making as collage artists. So, I put them on Amazon so that some stranger might find our book and might find your collage and might look you up and, buy all your artwork or petition you or follow you or sign up for whatever it is you're doing. So it's getting collage out into the world a little bit more. That's my goal. And it's a great way to just celebrate. For those of you that don't know, World Collage Day was created by Collage Magazine, Kolaj, in 2018, as an international celebration of collage, but not as something that they were hosting, as something that they just put out into the world. They publish a special edition of their magazine. They have listings on their website, but they encourage all of us all over the world to get involved in our community, host our own events, do things like this book, or get together on Zoom, collage with your neighbor, whatever you do. It's our special day to celebrate. And so they started that in 2018. I'm not sure if I'd even heard of it in 2018, but I knew about it going into World Collage Day 2019 and decided that it would be really fun in my community to just take a big thing and have people drop in and collage on this big, huge community collage. And so I approached a gallery owner friend of mine. I'm in a little artsy community in Rockport, Texas. And so in 2019, I approached the owner of Estelle Star Gallery, which is is one of the more historic galleries in our town, and they were really instrumental in our art center being built 50 some years ago. And so there's a lot of history. There are a lot of galleries in our town, but this was my favorite. This was my 10-year goal was to have a show in this gallery. And so I approached the owner and I said, I want to do something for World Collage Day. You've got that back room. Could we put something on the wall? I will bring all the materials. I will do all the publicity. I just would love to have a community collage event for World Collage Day. And she looked at me and she said, I love that idea. I'm happy to host it here, but I really think you need to be our guest artist that month as well. And
Mm,
so that's how I got my very first solo show in my dream gallery. And it was actually the last guest artist they had before they sold the gallery.
mm,
And the building now is a home decor, touristy, whatever. So that was like my first and last and only opportunity to have a show there. Um, but aside from that, that was really fun. But the coolest thing was it's a little touristy town, so people walk in and out of all the stores on weekends. And so people would walk into the gallery, they would see what we were doing. I had four huge tables in the back room piled with magazines and books and scissors and glue, had a 4x8 sheet of plywood on the wall, and we invited them to just cut and collage something onto the big community collage. And the coolest thing was I looked around, it was constantly busy all day long. And I looked around and there was this group of three or four ladies. And I looked at my watch and they were still there 3 hours later.
mhm,
I asked the owner if they were friends of hers. She said, I've never seen them before. I did not know them. They were tourists that just wandered in and they were having so much fun that they just didn't want to leave. They didn't want to shop. They didn't want to go to any other galleries. They sat there and they went through old magazines. They shared stories. You guys know how it
mm,
is. You
mhm,
look at old ads and you go, oh, do you remember this? Oh, I had one of these. They just had such a blast. And to me, that is the heart of collage and
mhm.
sharing and that community. And so people that have been around before, they've heard me tell this story 100 times, but I just had to share it in honor of World Collage Day. So that was 2019. I did that thing. We actually did it like every weekend that month instead of just on World Collage Day because it was so much fun. And I had my little solo show. And so that was 2019. 2020, I had huge plans for World Collage Day because it was so successful. And I had flyers printed up. I'm an introvert, y'all, but I was bound and determined I was going to walk in every storefront and every gallery up and down our historic district, and I was going to invite everybody to participate in some way or another for World Collage Day. Just have everybody in town doing something, whether they featured a collage artist, whether they did a make and take project, whether anything like that. So I had flyers printed. I was ready to go. And it was 2020, y'all.
Mhm.
And it didn't happen because it was like World Collage Day happens in May. I had the flyers ready to go in March, and then all of a sudden the world started shutting down. And so, we all pivoted. We all made it through. If we're here today, we made it through. And so I switched everything online. No more exhibits in person, no more teaching in person. And so I put all of my energy into a website and starting to teach classes and things like that. So that was 2020 and so World Collage Day 2020 like came way too fast, right? Um, World Collage Day 2021 was the first year I decided to do an international call and publish a book. And so I asked everybody to create a round collage, and we published this book, Think Global, Glue Local. And these round collages, I put them all in little globes, and it was like, oh my gosh, this was so much fun and so amazing and so special. And so that has become a tradition now. So that was 2021. 2022, I asked people to do a house-shaped collage. And people that have been around know that I was I was expecting a bunch of collages that were that shape, right? That was my little promo image. I was expecting these simple little rectangle with a triangle on top of it, collages that were house shaped. And then I realized as the entries came in that houses are all kinds of shapes. So this one, the cover artist is Leela Goldstein, who's in our membership. And this was her house shape. I know you can't see it real well because it spreads across the entire cover, but it was so much fun to see all the different shapes of houses and things like that. That was 2022. 2023, I was going to do self-portraits, and my my students at the time, I floated the idea past them and they were all like, "No, we can't do self-portraits. Oh, how horrible, Kelly." And so it turned into just portraits. And people were a little more comfortable with that. I cannot find my book, but it's called Faces of Collage. I'll show you the image in a bit, the cover image for that one. And that was really fun too, because there's so many different styles and approaches to collage. So when you're doing a face or a portrait, there really are a lot of different ways to do that. And then last year, 2024, I asked people to submit a heart-shaped collage, and I asked them to make it monochromatic. They could submit up to six. I had red, yellow, orange, green, blue, and purple. I selected 10 heart-shaped collages from each color, and I also asked them what they love about collage. And we published this book, For the Love of Collage, with heart-shaped collages. I'll just give you a sneak peek. Just pretty, pretty darn amazing. Um, I loved putting that one together. That was just so much fun. So this year, we're talking about our neighborhoods. We're showing either we did actually a challenge in the membership a few months before I put this out to for World Collage Day, because we do a monthly challenge inside our membership. And so we did this neighborhood challenge, and I told people they could do neighborhoods that they remember from their past, their current neighborhood, their favorite neighborhood, a made up neighborhood, whatever. And, there's such that sense of nostalgia when you look at, where you grew up, and people were sharing stories about their parents and their brothers and sisters, and, all of that, or celebrating where they currently lived, or, this beautiful imaginary, uh, what would the best neighborhood in the world look like? And I was so impressed with the range of collages that our members did for that monthly challenge that I decided that had to be the theme for this year for World Collage Day. So I'm really excited. We've got 26 artists. There are 30 collages in this year's book. Two of the artists submitted triptychs, and I decided to feature all three of theirs, which was, a design challenge. But with so I am wow, yeah. So let me just see what do I have in store for you? What have I got? I kind of did the welcome thing. You don't need to look at a bunch of slides. Um, I would love to go around the room and do introductions because, like I said, I know a lot of your names. Zoom allows me to put a face with your name, and it's also an opportunity for you to meet some of the artists that are in the book. So let's just go around the room. Tell us quickly who you are, where you're at, if your collage is in the book, and also I'm also I'm going to put you on the spot and say, let us know if you're a member of Collage-Lab, because of the 26 artists, I think I counted, and 14 are in our membership. So a little more than half. Not that they get special preference or anything like that, but they probably applied more than other people. So you will be seeing some of our members' work when I share the book. I am going to share all the images from the book for you. It'll be a quick flip through, and then we'll announce the cover artist, and I'll show you the cover of the book, and then I will give you the links to look at all of the World Collage Day books. I've also got some fun World Collage Day t-shirts and other stuff. And yay. And then the link to find this book as well. Like I said, it's published on Amazon because that is the easiest way, and also as an author, the cheapest way, without having to, fill my garage full of books that may never sell. It is the easiest way to reach people worldwide. Uh, most it's available in print in most countries. If it's not, let me know, and I can go through the steps to make it into a Kindle book, but generally it doesn't translate as well to Kindle. So I don't go through the steps unless somebody says, "Oh, I cannot get the book in my country." Um, okay, so let's start with Kathy. Tell us who you are, where you are, if you're in the book, and if you are in our membership.
Kathy Everett. I live in New York, about 35 miles east of Buffalo. I am in the book. I am part of the membership, and I love it. I've been part of the membership since the fall with Trovember. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing my collage in a book. It's exciting.
Yeah, first time, right, Kathy?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yep.
excellent. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Um, Barbara, how are you today?
Good. Thank you. Barbara Spafford, Mobile, Alabama. Um, what else am I supposed to say?
If you're in the book and if you're in the membership.
I'm in the book and I am in the membership and I love it. And I I really enjoy the camaraderie and being with all these fine folks. It's an uplifting experience, especially when you need to be uplifted a little.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And this is not the first book you've been in, is it, Barbara?
No, I think this is the fourth one.
Yeah, I think so. I've been in a few. Joe, how are you doing today?
Hi,
It's
I'm good. I'm Joe and I'm in the UK.
and it's late at
Um,
night.
it's yeah, nearly 9:30. Um, yeah, so I've been in Collage-Lab since November. New to collage and I am in the book and I love everything that's been happening. Keeping me very busy.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we love having you in the membership, and I am so happy that you are in the book. Rachel put in the comments that she's in the car and she's noisy. She lives in DC and she is in the book. Yay. I'm so glad you're here, Rachel. Thank you. Amy, how are you? Amy Aiken, how are you today? I think we got a couple Amy's here.
Hi, yes, I'm good. Um, I am near Charlotte, North Carolina, and I am in the book, and I am not in the membership.
And is this the first year you've been in the book?
Yes,
Yes.
first time. Yes, first time. Very
Wonderful,
excited.
wonderful. All right, Julie, how are you today?
Hi, everybody. My name is Julie Welsh, and I am a Canadian expat currently living in Michigan. I am in the book, and this is the second time. I think I was in the first one. And definitely I'm a member. I've been a member since I think 2020, early 2020.
Founding member, one of the founding members, yes.
Oh, and I keep coming back for more, so I must really like it.
Well, we love having you in our community. That's the best part about our membership, y'all, is the community.
Yep.
And we get together on Zoom several times a month, so you get to know each other as well.
Mhm.
Greer, how are you today? Good to see you. You're muted.
Yeah, hello. I'm Corinna and I'm
Oh,
from Germany and I'm a member at the Collage-Lab since last year, December, and I'm beyond excited to see one of my pieces in a book. So it's the first time. So thank you very
yeah.
much.
Well, we're so glad to have you in the membership, Corinna, and it's late at night where you're at too, isn't it?
Yeah, 10:30.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. Anne, how are you today?
I'm well, thank you. I'm Anne from San Diego, California. I love that we're from all over the world. And I have been with Collage-Lab since the very beginning. I'm a founding member in 2000. And my first time finding out about the calls for the books was last year. And I applied and I got in, and it was like one of the highlights of my year. I was so excited. So, of course, I had to do it again this year. And I can't wait to see which of my pieces got chosen to be inside because I don't know yet. So,
I know, it's a big surprise. I know. Carol, how are you today?
Hi there. It is exciting to see artists from all over the world. It's really great. I'm Carol Worthington Levy. I live in San Jose, California, although I'm originally from the East Coast. I have to tell you your story about, the lockdown. I was having a one-man show. During that time in a library in Los Altos, and nobody saw my one-man show. But I took pictures, and I'm glad I did it. We just have to keep moving. Just have to keep moving.
Absolutely.
So I balance between collage and acrylic painting and some watercolor. And I cannot wait. I'm not in this book this year, but I cannot wait to see what these pieces look like, because I'm sure they're brilliant. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so glad you're here, Carol. Kathleen, how are you today? You're muted. Kathleen, you're muted.
There we go. How about now?
There we go. Perfect.
Yay! Okay, great. I'm Kathleen from Jacksonville, Florida, new to the Collage-Lab. Was in the Trovember and had a lot of fun with that and taking part in a couple of the courses. Just started the accordion, the alphabet course. And so looking forward to seeing the book. I really want to see all the collages for inspiration and see what I can learn from everyone.
Yes, they are inspiring, and and I always curate for a wide variety. So anybody that applies that doesn't get into one of these books, it doesn't mean that there was anything wrong with your collage. It's how I put something together. It's like if you were putting a show together, you're gonna choose variety and things like that. So I always want people to know to keep trying, and also my background's in theater, and so I always think of the theater critics that, sometimes they come see the show and they had a horrible day and they had to park too far away and they stepped in a puddle and they were behind somebody that was, moving their chair. It doesn't mean they didn't enjoy the show. It just means that that night was not the best night for them to see it, right? So if you did submit and don't get selected, know that it's do it again. Just keep submitting, just keep doing it. Absolutely. Um, Doug, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I'm in San Diego, so I'm a friend of Anne's and I'm here to support her because I know how hard she works at this.
Excellent, excellent.
And with her broken hip, it's been a challenge.
Yes, yes. Anne's in our membership and she broke her hip a couple weeks ago, and we've all been just hoping for her to get better quickly. And, I know, Doug, you were instrumental in helping her get into her art studio because that was a challenge that she wanted to get there and start doing some collage.
Oh yeah, yeah. She was going to try and put some Elmer's glue on the broken hip, but the doctor advised against it. So here she is.
I'm
Good
I'm
luck,
so glad you're
everybody.
here. I'm glad you're here, Doug. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Susan, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks. I'm in on Vancouver Island in Canada, and a founding member of Collage-Lab, and I'm in the book too. And I'm excited to see which of the collages got in the book.
Because you never know. And
I'm betting it's going to be my least favorite.
really. That's usually how it goes, right?
Yeah.
You've got 5 pieces in the gallery and they say, oh, one sold, and you're like, oh, and it's always the one you go, I didn't think anybody'd ever buy that. So we'll see. You'll have to let me know, Susan. Leah, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm Leah in Central Vermont. I've been a member since 2020. I think Julie and I joined at the same time. And I am in the book this year, and that's it.
That's it. Okay. Lenny, how are you today?
I'm good, Kelly. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm Lenny. I'm a teaching artist from Ardmore, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb of Philly. And I think this is my 3rd year. I'm not quite sure. I am in the book. And a big shout out to Kelly for organizing and designing these books for World Collage Day each year. It's wonderful. Thank you, Kelly.
Oh, it's a joy. It is totally a joy for me. It really is, just to see all of the And as we're going around, people are saying where they're from. I want you to know, of the artists selected, they represent five countries plus the US, so 6 countries and 11 states in the US. So we are all over the place. I used to count all the countries that applied and everything. I guess I didn't do that this year. It used to be like such a big deal. It's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And this year I'm like, okay, flip through the book, see what countries people are from. Maybe I'll look at all the entries. Leanne, how are you today?
Good, I'm good. I'm Leanne Pellinger. I live in a small city in southeastern Minnesota called La Crescent near the Mississippi River. I am in the book. I'm not a member, but I do enjoy getting your emails and watching some of your videos.
Wonderful. Well, we're so glad you are here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Trying to remember exactly where La Crescent is. I think I've driven through it, but
yeah, very southeastern tip of Minnesota, across from La Crosse, Wisconsin. I don't know.
Across from La Crosse. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I have relatives in La Crosse.
Oh.
But spent most of my life in the Twin Cities. So,
okay. Yep.
So I'm always like, Minnesota. Amy Stone, how are you today?
I'm great, thank you. I am in Los Altos, California, so I could have seen Carol's exhibit had it not been COVID.
Lockdown.
Yeah, I am a member. I am in the book, and I know I was in the book last year.
Yeah.
So
Yay.
excited to see.
Excellent, excellent. Jane, how are you today?
I'm good. There we go. I'm good. I'm good. I just spaced out and we've been going for half an hour, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I just tuned in just at the right time.
Just the right time.
So the questions are, where am I? I'm in Pennsylvania.
Are you in the book?
I believe I am.
Yes. And are you in the membership?
Yes, I am in a membership.
Excellent. Excellent. Glad to see you, Jane.
Thank you.
Naomi, how are you today?
Hi, I'm really well, thanks. I'm Naomi. I live in New York City. I am in the book for the second year. And I'm also a founding member.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here. Christopher's video is not working, but hello, Christopher. How are you today?
I'm well. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, yay. Well, sorry, my camera seems not to be working. My name's Chris Trice. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. So hi there, Kathleen, neighbor. I believe I am in the book, and I'm not a member yet because I've really just kind of recently learned about Collage-Lab.
Aha. Well, you have someone in the household telling you all about it, though, right?
Yes.
Who is also in the book.
Yes, that would be how I learned about Collage-Lab. So
wonderful. Well, I am so happy you are here, Christopher, and you are absolutely in the book.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your work on this.
Oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. It's my pleasure. Dorothy is in bed with the flu, no audio or video. I'm so sorry. I love that people show up when they're sick, though. It's like, that's really dedication. I'm so glad you're here. Terry is a friend of Anne's, here to show her support. Wonderful, wonderful. And did I miss anybody? Leanne just walked in the door. I'm not sure if she's able to introduce herself or not.
Hi, I'm here.
Hey, Leanne. We're just telling people who we are, where we're from, if we're in the book, and if we're in the membership.
I'm Leanne. I'm in London, Ontario, and yes, I'm a member, and yes, I'm in the book.
Yay. Yay. Okay. Did I miss anybody? All right, now what we've all been waiting for is Kelly quit talking and show us the darn book. So again, I'm going to show you the collages, the inside of the book. We'll go through all of those quickly, and just there's writing too, because I asked people to talk about their neighborhoods. I'm going to flip through too fast for you to read that, so just so you know, but look at the collages, and then when we get through the collages, then I will announce and show you the cover and announce the cover artist. How's that sound? All right, here we go. If technology works for me. Dun, dun, dun.
Babe, they're showing now.
All right, does everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. Amy, who is here today, this is Jojoba Court. Like I said, I'm not going to let you read everything. Christopher's here today. This is called Ghost Houses. You guys can make comments, I guess, you know, it's
Ooh, yay.
you can ooh and ah. I don't want to ooh and ah, because then I'd have to do it for everybody, you know. They'd be like,
I'll do it for everybody.
okay, Julie. Julie's in charge of oohing and awing. Joe is here today. This is called
Please.
In the Neighborhood and Beyond.
Wow.
Very cool.
Jane is here today, just in the nick of time,
Yeah.
right? This is called The Neighborhood Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, okay. There's a movie about that.
Yeah. This is Emmanuel Hernandez from Yonkers, New York, and it's called New York, New York.
Nice.
Leanne is here
Oh.
today. This is The Beauty of Bicycling,
Cool.
where she talks about bicycling all over La Crescent.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Amy is here today. This is called Girls in Pearl Houses.
That's, I love that one.
This is Julie. She's here today. It's called Our Global Hood, and this is actually on a spinning globe. If I could put the video in the book, I would, but we're gonna have to just settle for a still shot.
I
Wow.
can show it afterwards.
Yeah. We could
I've got it right here.
is it on Instagram, Julie? Because I can share it.
Not yet, because I didn't want to give anything away.
Oh, okay.
But I can definitely show it.
I'll share that on the Lab Rats Instagram for sure. Rachel's here today. This is called The Balcony.
Very nice.
Very nice. Chris Walter. This is a digital collage called Architectural Tapestry.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't teach digital, but we welcome it in our world, in our membership, and I actually have somebody that's going to teach us digital in the membership this year.
Yay.
Yeah. This is Corinna's. She's here today. It is called Rooted.
Very nice.
Neha. This is called First Place. Neha's in the membership as well.
Really like that one.
That's really nice.
I believe that's a picture of her too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I figured you'd know. Mary Bambro. This is called The Hills Are Alive.
Nice.
That's real, wow.
Anne with Anne's
Ooh.
fan club here today. Hey, you know, if I had a fan club, I'd invite them as well. This one's called One World, One Hood.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy Everett's here today. This is called Those Three Stories.
Cute.
Nice.
So whimsical.
Emily Marbach is from London, England, and this is a triptych
Ooh.
Cool.
that she submitted, and I thought they went together so well that I decided to try to figure out how to put them on a 2-page spread. I'm probably going to butcher this name. This is Sadia Mur.
Nice.
Called Dog Walk.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Naomi is here today. This is called Stoop Life.
Nice.
Very nice. Yale has been around Collage-Lab a lot. She's in Jerusalem, and so the
Interesting.
collages she submitted are about what's going on
Mm.
in the Middle East. This is called Lost.
Striking. Very striking.
Mm-hmm.
Linny is here today. This colorful one is called Dancing in the Street.
That's great.
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Really, really fun, colorful.
Mhm.
This is Liz Scotta from San Francisco, and this was another triptych. These are some of the houses in San Francisco as she interprets them. Leah Peterson's here today. This is Pond Village, which I think is what she looks right out her back window at in Vermont. And I'm going to butcher this name as well. Elżbieta Zunda. Yeah. Elżbieta is a digital collage. She's from Berlin, Germany. It's called Oxygen. Barbara Spafford, who's here today. Welcome to the neighborhood, Dick and Jane.
Oh, God.
Like I said, the feeling of nostalgia when we look at some of these.
Oh, God. Dick and Jane, yep.
Yep. Dick and Jane in spades. Leanne is here today. Where It All Began. This is a collage on a book cover. This is the house she grew up on, and she created this collage for her parents' 50th wedding anniversary, right? Right, Leanne? If I remember.
No, it's the 50th anniversary of owning the house.
Of the
Oh,
house.
wow.
See, I knew I'd
Yeah.
get it wrong.
That's beautiful.
A lot of memories in that place, right? And it's
Yeah.
called Where It All Began.
Yeah, that's me and my brother in the front
Oh, it is.
holding hands.
Aw.
Sweet. Susan, is this the one you hate? Called Neighbors Worldwide. And that, my friends, is this year's World Collage Day book.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Very beautiful.
really,
Very good.
really just so much fun to see
Yeah, a lot
the
of,
variety of
Yeah.
um, just a variety of interpretations, the variety of places,
mhm.
you know, memories and imaginations and everything. So, let me get ready here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, who is ready to see the cover?
Go for it.
So this year's World Collage Day cover artist is Liz Scotta, who you will
Nice.
remember did
Mhm,
the triptych of San Francisco houses.
mhm.
Nice.
And so they are wrapped around the cover. That's
Oh,
the
cool.
front
Very
cover,
cool.
and that's the back.
Very cool.
And
Nice.
the book is called Where We Belong.
Like this. Very good.
Mhm.
And all the links to buy this as soon as I get them put up will be at explore.collagelab.com/WCD, or just go to explore.collagelab.com and there's a World Collage Day tab as well. But
I
this
already
is
bought my copy this morning.
Oh,
you did.
Cheated.
You're a cheater.
You're on top of it.
But this is a list of all of the artists. This is a list of all of the artists, and a little asterisk means they are members of Collage-Lab. If you are interested in the membership, you can also find out more about that at explore.collagelab.com. I am putting some links into the chat. The first one is explore.collagelab.com. The second one is my Amazon storefront, which has a bunch of World Collage Day goodies and all of the previous year's books. Give me a couple minutes after this to link this year's book to that page. And if you can't wait, you can go directly to the book at this third link for 2025, Where We Belong. That's it. That's all I have, folks. What are your overall impressions this year?
Beautiful.
Very.
Wonderful.
Good variety.
That's what the variety is excellent. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like I
can't
So
wait
said,
to
much
see it.
talent too.
Looks like great
lot.
quality color in the book. It looks like they're really good quality books.
Mhm.
They do come out really well. There are a couple different options when you print with Amazon, and I always go with the more expensive color option because it really does make a difference when you're presenting art.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I don't know what all the international prices are. In the US, this one is $18. So
Very
affordable,
reasonable.
add it to your collection, show your
Yes.
friends, you know, all that good stuff. And what was I going to say? Oh, Liz, who's our cover artist, I will be sending her a free copy of the book. I wish I could, you know, get them for everybody, but I'm just a little collage teacher here, you know, just trying to make a living. But I sure appreciate y'all coming to our little book launch Zoom. I personally, and I as Collage-Lab do not have any plans for World Collage Day. There's a lot of events going on, and so if you go to Collage Magazine, I don't have the link, but I'll type Collage Magazine in the comments. If you go to Collage Magazine's website, just Google Collage Magazine, there is a page with World Collage Day where people can submit all of their events all over the world. So there might be something happening right in your backyard, and that's next Saturday, May 10th. Some places have month-long events going on, collage workshops, exhibits, community events, things like that. Do check them all out. You are all now on my email list. So my Tuesday tips and tricks email coming out this week will have some alternative World Collage Day ideas if you can't find something to do on World Collage Day. But I'm actually going to participate in a few things and not host anything this year. This is my big thing. Let me check the comments real quick, see if there's anything else. Thank you, everybody. And I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all, you know, loving collage. That's like the thing to me that just makes this okay. So, you know, so even if you buy the book and just show it to a few friends so that they're exposed to more collage, that means like I'm doing my job, right? But I do appreciate y'all. If you want to check out the membership or if you have any questions about it, feel free to email me anytime, Kelly@collagelab.com. And that's all I've got for today. Go make some collage.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Kelly.
much for being here. You're all
Thank
amazing.
you. So
Thank
are
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.